Hello audience, this is Megaman BK7 here with a let's play of Megaman Battle Network 3, blue version. There's not too much of a difference between the blue and the white version. Some mega chips and giga chips and the bosses should be all that's different. You can get the chips that you're missing from trading with the other version if you have this for Gameboy. And I do actually have this for Gameboy, and I'm just using the computer version for this video. Let's start, since I've done this intro so many times. The year is 2000 and blank. Theoretically that means that year is already passed, but I don't think that's quite true since most of this isn't real. The world's machines are joined in a worldwide network. Okay, that part's true. But there is a dark side to this convenience as well. Computer viruses, and an increase in net crime. The virus lab at SciLab conducts research into ways of dealing with viruses. I think that was supposed to be one sentence, but it's too long. One day, the students of AC/DC school in AC/DC town in Den City took a field trip to the SciLab's virus lab. Okay, so you're that kid right there. His name is Lan. So this is a new virus lab, huh? This is even cooler than I heard it was. Lan, we're here on a school trip. Stay focused and quit daydreaming, okay? I know, Megaman. Hey, Lan, didn't you hear what I said? Look, everyone else is paying attention. Okay, here's the guy you learn about mail from. You have to talk to everybody first, by the way. These machines are pretty cool, but so are our pets. That's this little blue thing here. They're so small, but we can use them for phone, email, and as a textbook. But I think the coolest thing about them are the navies that can run programs for us. Lan's navi is Megaman, who's represented by this little head here. Take mail, for example. We just open the menu, select email, and our navi opens the mail screen for us. The menu is opened by pressing the start button, right? Yes, sir, you are right. Yeah, there's the mail. Lan, you have mail. Emails here. Net crime alert. The same email you get at the beginning of every single Megaman Battle Network game. The number of net crimes has increased in recent years. Please be careful of viruses and evil navies. Sure. And then this person talking about notes. Talk to your navi by pressing the Pet's L button. Right now that has Megaman saying that we need to talk to everybody. Okay, that's Yai, the short, spoiled, smart person. Girl. Mail was saying that we have to write a report about this. I've got to pay attention. I may be smart, but I'm not very good at writing reports. And this is Mail, by the way. She's kind of like the love interest for Lan, but it's not really too important until they get into the higher grades. I think this is like 5th grade. No. It's lower than that. Okay. Pay attention. The things we learn may be on a test later on. Look how seriously Yai is listening. Here's the regular chip guy. This is something important that you'll need later. And you know about the regular system? It's a bit tough to explain, but it's a good thing to know about. The regular system lets you choose one chip as a regular chip. That chip will always appear in the custom screen when the battle starts. Custom screen, you'll learn about that later. To set a regular chip, open the folder edit screen and choose the chip. Press the select button and you're set. However, your pet has a fixed capacity, and chips larger than that can't be used as a regular chip. To check your capacity, look at the number to the right of your folder name in the folder edit screen. That's the largest size chip that fits. You can increase the capacity by using regular up items. That will be shortened to reg up when you actually get them, by the way. Aren't you glad I told you all that? I would be if this was my first time playing. Chip folder. It's your folder. You have one right now, but you get more later. Push A to go in, and then this number is your capacity, and this is the size of your chip. So most chips that you start out with are too big, and well, it's mostly you start out with a small amount of capacity. So you have air shot, panel out, and attack plus 10. Attack plus 10 I think is the best that fits so far. And just a basic overview of all the chips. Attack plus 10 is 10. You add 10 attack points to every hit that your chip makes. I don't think you have any multi-hit chips yet. Recovery 10 recovers 10 HP. It's kind of obvious. Arena grab. It steals the left edge from the enemy. It doesn't matter how much of the left edge you take, it's just the leftmost portion that's blue. It looks like it's going to be the red color there, but it's switched around for some reason. Panel out, destroys one panel in front. It's good for either preventing your opponents from coming near you or blocking shockwave attacks like the Metar, which you'll learn. The Metar is the one in the picture, and you'll see them later. Wideswrd cuts enemy in front, range 3. That means the column that's to the right of Megaman. I'll just do this later. You haven't seen the battle stage yet, so just go back, B, back. Okay. That girl's talking about viruses. Study. Okay, that's important. That's Dex. He's like your rival friend, dude. Did you hear? The other kids in the class went on a field trip to the Umbrella Factory. I wish we could go to a factory too. There's no way that we'd get away with sneaking off to net battle here. Yeah, well, you suck, so it's okay. Your dad works here, right? That's cool. Okay. That's the teacher. SciLab's virus research devices are the world's best. This is fascinating. Be sure to pay attention now. And now, this part of the dialogue pops up after you've talked to everybody. Okay, everyone gather round. The kind people in this lab are now going to give us a lesson in virus busting. Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn the basics of virus busting. Some of you may already be familiar with this, but remember, the basics are vital. Okay, everyone, please check in by pressing the R button. Lance, send me into the cyber world with the R button. Okay, there's usually an animation, but it's not there right now. Okay, let's get this virus busting lesson started, shall we? Okay, before that, that's Megaman, that's your Navi, that's Roll, that's Mail's Navi, it's Gutsman, who's Dex's Navi, and that's Glide, who is Yai's Navi. These 5, in the pink and green, are generic Navis. They're pretty boring. I don't think you fight any of them in this game. That's a special Navi. He's like one step up from a generic Navi. He's kind of like he usually gets jobs in this game. Okay, this is only practice, but please do your best. Here are the Metars I was talking about. See the enemies up here in this corner. I will now begin a lecture on virus busting. I'm sure you've learned this before, but a quick review. Land has already saved the world twice using virus busting, so he probably doesn't need it, but you'll still have to go through it anyways. First, I will explain the basic technique of deleting viruses. In order to fight a virus, you must send chip data to a Navi. The chips you will send are chosen in this custom window. That's this whole area on this side. It appears at the beginning of all your fights. You will choose the chips you will send here. The chips in your folder the folder you are using are shown here. The selected chips data is shown here. This is the attack strength. This number in the bottom right corner. This is HP, the virus's hit points. It's always over their heads. Normally, you can only use one chip per turn, but you can send more of the same type. The 2 cannons, They're both canon, so you can use. If you do so, you can use lots of chips to a big advantage. Although you do max out at 5 chips, which are shown here. Each slot is a chip. Very well, let's try choosing a chip data we will send. You select it with the A button. The R button shows info. You can try to run with the L button, but you may fail. You also can't run right now, and the only other time you can't run is usually boss fights. Okay, let's try choosing chip data. You have to choose the cannons. So you chose the cannon, good choice. You get one. The other cannon, send this data to the Navi. Okay, everyone? Click OK. Now we send the data. We will now fight the virus. Okay, now I will explain things as you are fighting. You can move your Navi around the battlefield, fire the Mega Buster with the B button. It's weak but fast. And even though Megaman should be the only one with a Mega Buster, they're apparently all called Mega Busters. Your HP is there, don't let it reach 0. Kind of a general rule for video games. Data that you send is shown above your Navi's head. Use it with the A button, but you can only use it once. And that's a basic procedure. Pretty simple, eh? And now, a question for you all. What do you do when you used up all your chips? I know. That's right. Completely ignoring it. This is the custom gauge. It slowly fills up. When it's full, press the L or R button to send more chip data. Okay, let's try some real virus busting, even though this is practice. Be careful now. Battle start. Okay. Oh, that's a counter. Counters I'll talk about later. Yeah, charge shot, it turns pink. Normal one just does one damage right now. Charge shot does 10 damage, but you have to charge it up first. And there's the cannon. Cannon takes like a little delay before it starts, so remember that. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next lesson then. Okay, now I'll explain chips that have support effects. There are some chips which are not used as weapons. For example, the chip area grab gives you more room to move. This is a good strategy to use with Wideswrd, because it lets you get closer. I thought we could only choose chips of the same type. Ah, you picked up on an excellent point. Look here. See these letters? This is called chip code. You can choose chips with the same code, even different ones. If you will notice, Area Grab and Wideswrd are both L chips. That means you can choose these two simultaneously. By the way, chips marked with an asterisk are like wildcards. You can use them with any other code. Very convenient. Attack plus 10 is an asterisk, so you can just tack that onto any of your attacks. Let's try using Area Grab and Wideswrd with the same code. Area Grab first, and then Wideswrd. Okay, let's send these data to the Navi. Choose OK. Did you send the data to the Navi? Let's try it out. Okay, your strategy is something like this. First, we will use Area Grab by pressing the A button. Part of the virus's area will become ours to use. That will allow us to walk up to it and attack. But watch out for the virus's attack when we get close. Okay, good luck. Here's what I was talking about Wideswrd earlier. And then Area Grab. It does 10 damage if it hits, but you won't take that fix. Okay, Wideswrd does those. It does these 3. And press LR button to get up here. Mini bomb. That's one. That's a bit weird, so I'll show you that. Okay. So you toss it, and it hits 3 spaces in front of you. Good luck. This is your last lesson. These Metars are basic enemies, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Next is our last lesson concerning folder opening. This technique lets you increase the chips you get. With more chips you can choose from, you can make more combinations. Okay, do you see the add button on the bottom right? Many times you will be missing a chip that you want. If you choose a chip that you don't need and press add, the selected chips will be thrown away, but on the next turn, you will get as many more chips as you lost to choose from. This makes it easier for you to make combos to use. Let's try. We don't need those 3 recovery 10 chips. After you choose all 3 recovery 10s, use the add button. Now, just manage without chips for 1 turn. Megaman, I'll send new chips. It'll take 1 turn. That's what he says whenever you push the add button. Just wait. I don't remember if this game had the, if you could counter with Mega Buster. Because I know in 4 you couldn't, but I think 3 is the last one you can counter with Mega Buster. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that. Since you threw away 3 chips, the number of chips you can choose from also increases by 3. Okay, time to fight. Shotgun. Shotgun's pretty easy for Metars. So, it hits the first enemy that you see and then the one behind it. Counter doesn't do anything while they're still alive. Yep. You can counter with Mega Buster. Okay, that's enough for today. You never know when a virus will strike. If it happens to you, just remember these lessons. Okay, you can check out now. Okay, class, we certainly learned a lot today. Let's thank the SciLab people for having us in today. Thank you. Don't forget, basics are fundamental, so study hard. It was a pleasure having you visit. Time to go back to school now, class. Hey, are you all free tonight? Sure, what's up, Yai? Let's chat. Chat? Sure, okay. Dex? Mail? How about it? I'm cool. I'm good to go too. Okay, we're set. Let's do it at my homepage tonight. You'll see the homepage later. Let's talk more after school. You over there. Be quiet. Till you get home, you're still on a school trip. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's go. Was she just waiting to silence them to leave? Okay, and we're to the school. Write a report about the virus lab and save it on a disk. Looks like Mail was right. That's your homework assignment for class tomorrow. Don't forget, I'm talking to you, Dexland. Got it? Yikes. That goes for the rest of the class too. If you forget, you'll be cleaning the toilets next week. That's a pretty harsh punishment for forgetting homework of a field trip. Yes, ma'am. That's it for today. See you tomorrow. That'll wrap it up today, so, bye.